So why am I doing this? So I'm in my early 40s, 43 to be exact, and I've been working as a promoter in Luxembourg for the last 15 years. So a promoter is someone in the music industry who sets up concerts, organizes concerts, and hopefully people come and see said concerts. I do anything from, maybe 50 to 70, 80 shows a year. And I've done all sorts of shows, be it like Slash earlier this year, Simple Minds, Meshuggah, Slipknot, Red Hot Chili Peppers, just to name a few. And that's basically been my life for the last 15 years. And I've been playing guitar for about 25 plus years. I went to the ACM in Guildford way back in, I think, 2007. I currently play in a metal band called Droga, links in the description, of course, and I also make electronic music under the name of Airship 81. So, end of 23, so last year, I had a bit of time on my hands, and I decided, I should invest properly in doing this YouTube thing, as I like to call it. So over the years, my oldest videos have been like, webcam, and then recording audio, and then just uploading on YouTube, because I felt there were certain things that, there's not much stuff on online about this, really cheap Behringer reverb pedal, for example, or different guitars, or just bits of gear that I thought, hey, there's not much stuff out there. I should put this out just because maybe someone's interested in it. And with that in mind, and end of 23, I thought, hey, let's make more of a thing out of this and properly invest in gear for making YouTube. So this is a pretty small room. I mean, it's around 10 or 11 square meters. And I've got everything set up around these sort of 3 desks. So for the camera, I'm using a Sony ZV-1 that's on a stand. And then I'm using this small diaphragm condenser microphone from SE, the SE8. And here's one of my latest acquisitions, which is the fantastic DJI Pocket 3, which I'll be using as a separate angle and for various other video shoots. So we've got my audio interface in the corner. Below there, we have my FM3 pedal board. We have some other pedals on my Vox AC10. There's a lot of mess just there. And then it's my guitar rack at the back and my beloved VHT Deliverance 60, along with some pedals and the Sir reactive load. And then some camera stuff in the back. And then on the other side, we have 2 more guitars on stand. So what does this involve? So I've got a full-time job that I'm really happy about in the music industry. I play in a band. I've got lots of music projects and other stuff that I'm involved in. So why do this as well? Like my time is kind of precious per se, and it's not always easy to keep to either a schedule or at least try and upload, say, 1 video a week. The thing is, I wanted to learn new skills, so get better at video editing, learn more about audio recording, talking to a camera, lighting and stuff like that. And the thing here is I wasn't quite prepared for the amount of time that I'd need to invest in not only learning these different things, but also trying them out and then learning through mistakes, basically. So I'm a bit OCD in nature, so I get bogged down quite easily with details and trying to get things right. And it can mean, and maybe you can relate to this, is when I'm rendering a video, there might be, 4 or 5 or more different exports, because I realize, maybe the levels aren't quite right here, or maybe how certain parts look, they weren't quite right. And then it's sort of not completely back to the drawing board, but you have different versions of the same video, basically. Now, the thing is to sort of go from my earliest videos, which were essentially, well, look, I've just got the webcam going and I'll just play through a bit of gear and then upload it, basically. Now it's quite full on in the sense of, I have to think about something that I want to share and talk about, or even gear-wise, just, hey, I want to show what kind of tones and things I can make out of different bits of gear. And then after that, it's not just filming, but it's a lot of editing and putting things together. and make something that, you know, you would like to watch, or in my case, I would like to watch, or I would think, oh, this is bringing value out there. So YouTube isn't easy. I mean, the amount of effort that you put into editing videos, putting things together, does not equate necessarily to the amount of views that you're going to be getting after that. So there's some certain videos that, especially at the start, you might have spent hours on doing, getting the editing right, getting all these things right because you feel like that's important to you. You put it out there only to get either a handful of views or none at all. But that's not why I started doing this. And I'm going to get a bit into the why, and it's essentially, well, you know, I want to share stuff that, you know, I'm passionate about, which is, well, guitar stuff, music stuff. And get to share that through a medium that, you know, I'm not completely comfortable with to begin with. That is filming myself, recording myself and putting that stuff out there. But therein lies the challenge, and therein lies sort of the beauty of trying to do something like this. So gauging objectives. So statistics are always in your face. I mean, this is a niche genre after all, with a lot of different channels focusing on a lot of different subjects. So you can spend hours shooting, editing a video on a subject or a piece of gear, but that doesn't reflect the numbers that you'll be seeing or you're seeing after posting a video, especially if that subject isn't current or appeal per se to the algorithm gods. Case in point, my Guitar Summit walkthrough video that I did recently, you know, it has over 5,000 views, and you know, I posted it at the right time, which was just after the event on a Monday, and there was obviously a lot of interest in the event, and people were interested in the content. You know, that's the sort of main grab of a video and why you would spend time watching it. The amount of effort involved in, well, the 3 videos that I took at Guitar Summit was very low. The only thing I needed to do was to get the grading right on the actual footage, because I was using a GoPro to do that, which was relatively quick, and then doing a voiceover on the actual walkthrough of the video. So that video that has over 5,000 views, you know, that might have taken me maybe 40 to 50 minutes, depending on how I wanted to set things up. And there's other videos where I put in a lot more work and effort to get, well, you know, next to no views, but that doesn't faze me because of why I'm doing this in the first place. So I got monetized after around 8 months of doing it properly. And in terms of revenue, well, it's going to be better than, say, Spotify, Tidal, or like music streaming services, but it's not going to be paying any bills anytime soon, at least for now. And when you're setting up a YouTube channel and just spending time within it, you'll probably eventually either get ads or people contacting you to improve your SEO and things like that. And then you discover this whole genre of YouTube, which is grow your own YouTube channel or grow your channel. There's a specific hashtag, which I'll probably use on this video as well. And these are dedicated to strategies and improvements to getting more views and more engagement, clickbaity, sensationalist thumbnails, titles, and things like that. And there's even paid subscription services or courses, webinars, a lot. And then you get cold calls or like emails out of the blue, or messages on Instagram and things like that, offering you courses and ideas or trying to sell you stuff to further improve your SEO and to improve views and interaction on your channel. I mean, I was even offered a course by someone while at Guitar Summit. And the thing here in terms of revenue, so with YouTube monetization, obviously there's some money coming in through YouTube ads, but it's really not much compared to, say, other revenue streams, to put it that way. And then it totally makes sense that, you know, you have channels that have obviously passive YouTube revenue coming in, but there's other things in terms of revenue, be it merch, digital goods, even courses, things like that. There's Patreon, there's memberships and things like that that really help a creator stay afloat, as it were, and keep doing what they're doing. So in my case, Over the last 9 months, I've had all the various Fractal FM3 presets that I've made up on my Ko-Fi page, and they're downloadable for free or pay as you want, kind of like donationware if you're familiar with that term. And I'm really grateful for people checking out not only those videos, but downloading those presets, and then they've donated a small amount of money as thanks to what I'm doing. So Guitar Summit this year was a really good experience for me. So I went there this time with my YouTube hat on and also music industry stuff. So to give some context, while I was there, I met up with the agent for Matteo Mancuso, who I was in contact with before as he was playing there. And then we finalized sort of details and talks about the concert that I organized for him over here in Luxembourg next year. And it was also the opportunity to finally meet some YouTube friends that I've made along the way. So Guitar Summit was sort of like everything coming back together. So basically, I got to see people I hadn't seen in the longest time. I got to see Jamie Humphreys, who was my teacher way back when at the ACM in Guildford. And then I got to hang out and spend time with people that, you know, I've met through my job, you know, be it Mike Dawes, for example, or Jared James Nichols, who was there, or with Chris Buck even. Or another example, I promoted to Dorje gigs way back when, I think it was either 2017, around then. And then when you go to the New World DSP booth and you get to hang out with Dan and Max, who I met way back when, it all kind of makes sense. And just to add to that, the day after Guitar Summit, so on the Monday when I got back to Luxembourg, I had a Frog Leap show that I organized. So I got to hang out with Rabi again after all those years. So in any case, I'm very curious to see where this YouTube road takes me. I'm constantly learning. There's so many things that, you know, I'm interested in learning about and also sharing and putting out there. And through doing this, I've got a huge amount of respect and kudos to content creators out there that, you know, this is their main source of income. This is their main job. And they're doing this on like a daily basis because it isn't easy. So why am I doing this? Well, it goes back to the reason why I made those webcam videos of gear in the first place, which is sharing information, tones, video, sounds, all that stuff on things that I'm interested in. I want to share stuff that, you know, I'm passionate about, which is, well, guitar stuff, music stuff. And at some level, that even when the lights are off, someone somewhere might be watching one of my videos. And that's a nice sentiment.